Children of the Dawn, a zombie story, written by Kitiara Hayes. Chapter 1. Jade. Monsters. Who couldn't love nursery? It was a huge house, full of toys and bright colors. I liked the happy animals painted on the walls. It was a long room with 2 play zones and glass double doors on the right that led outside to the playground, play shed, and sandbox. I liked the way the blocks stacked up high, almost as tall as me. I was so happy I'd laugh and clap my hands when they tumbled down with a clatter. I didn't mind. I'd just start again. "Circle time! We're going to have snack time soon," Miss Annie said as she clapped her hands with a big smile. Miss Annie was nice. I liked her smile. My tummy rumbled. I like snack time too. Apples and crackers are my favorite, especially when there was peanut butter too. There was a knock at the door, and Miss Annie paused to talk to another teacher. They were using their quiet voices, the kind Mommy and Daddy used when I wasn't supposed to hear. I didn't mind. I was busy making my tower again, trying to balance the wobbly, pointy block on top. I jumped at the sudden boom. It was like when thunder rumbled outside my window at night. I looked up, eyes wide. Miss Annie was running now. "Get outside, kids! Playground, now!" Miss Annie never shouted before, and I didn't like it one bit. The other teacher, Miss Davis, was on the floor, and there was Mr. Rossi, the janitor, on top of her. I didn't understand. It was like when Grandpa pretended to eat me up, but this didn't look fun. Teachers didn't look like they were playing a game. Miss Davis was crying, and there was lots of red stuff everywhere, like the paint we use for finger painting, but it didn't smell like paint. Everyone was yelling and crying. My heart beat fast, like when I ran really, really fast. I wanted to run, but everyone else was running. I saw Jacob and Amala run past Miss Annie to the playground, but Miss Davis and Mr. Rossi were between me and Miss Annie. It was loud, too loud. Everyone looked angry and scared, and some of the other kids made biting faces. The clicking sound was horrible. I ran to the indoor playhouse, crawled under the tablecloth that covered the play table. I crawled inside, hugging my knees tight. It was quieter here, like when I hid during hide and seek. I cried too. I was the most scared I'd ever been and wanted my parents. I stayed there, listening to the noises. People were shouting. I didn't like it. I wanted Mommy and Daddy. I wanted Will. My big brother would know what to do. He always did. My body shook hard. I barely dared to breathe as I heard the screams and cries around me, interrupted only by banging noises. I tried to be quiet, but my chest kept heaving. I peeked through a slit in the tablecloth to see my friend Emily. She didn't look scared. I almost called her name until she turned around. Her eyes were weird, and there was that black stuff coming from her mouth. Her eyes were looking in my direction. I pressed myself against the wall as hard as I could, watching her feet slowly shuffle towards my hiding spot.